Third time's the charm, am I right? So this time we're going to do a Dualsense controller. Once again, we have the iFixit kit, and this time I do actually know what I'm doing because I have done a Dualsense shell swap in the past, since the centered goodie it is. So it's the same idea as the Switch Lite shell swap. Get the mat out. I do love this mat. And this time I'll show you what we got. So, pink trim, very lovely. Blue back, also very nice. Blue front and white trim. Also comes with more screws. I don't need them. This is a blue back. Whoops. It's already got the white inserts in. Goody. Blue backing is just a blue bag. And pink front trim. So what's the idea here? What about buttons? We're just going to reuse the buttons and sticks and all these. So it's going to be a blue with a pink trim and white buttons and white touchpad. You're going to... This is technically a tutorial as well, so I do know this front trim you can just take out with your fingers and it just comes off like that. It reveals this front piece, obviously. Maybe don't click that button because then it'll pierce my PS5. Every single time I think I'm prepared for one of these videos, I end up not being prepared in some way. So the knees, just jam it in there and pry up. The second one. Yep. Put two here. And two here. These are Phillips, which is nice. Gotta figure out which size it is though. Phillips 00. Once those 4 screws are out, you then gotta gingerly undo these 2 clips on the front. Let me get it started. Then they'll come undone. Then you peel up. That's at least the best way that I've figured out to do it. Of course, go right ahead, disconnect battery. This time it's one of these, what's it called? JST connector, I think that is. And it's much easier to do than the ribbon cable of the Switch Lite. Next, take out this middle screw that's in this post here. This is gonna slightly unravel the motherboard. This is the most sensitive part. These 2 microphones. I don't know what this back one is actually, but there's a microphone on this end here. You have to be careful. Pry very carefully. There we go. Just leave it attached. Yeah, one time I had one rip right along the traces. Unfixable microphone, did not work. And peel upwards. This goes to the touchpad. And I believe the front buttons as well. Can undo this. This. Oh, I should also mention this. This is a first generation controller. It will be different depending on what generation controller you have. So, but the idea is generally the same, but do make sure you have the right one. So we'll undo these screws right here. So that unravels these 2, and you have to get these 2 up at the front. This is what puts pressure on the touchpad. And this should all just pop out. Yep. Get out. There we go. There you go. So there's the motherboard out. Speaker came out too, but you know, just plate pops in place. So we'll set this aside for now as we transfer over the buttons to the new front piece. You can see it's white on the inside, I guess. They sprayed it. This has a completely different feel to my Switch Lite. This is more of a matte finish over like a frosted plastic feel. But these, pretty simple, just transfer buttons. And also the microphone. Get out. There we go. That got it. This assembly for the mute microphone button is all one piece of plastic. Then the touch bar, I believe it just pushes out. There you go. Empty husk of the shell. So that just snaps into place until it's been screwed down. Then the mute microphone button. Disappointment I had with the PS5 is that the buttons weren't colored. For a little bit I actually took it apart and modded it to use a DualShock 4 instead, because I like the color buttons. I obviously eventually just put the regular buttons back on, but you know, still a little bit disappointing that they doesn't have the fun colors, because you know, color is fun. Whoops. That way. So you just push it through. One end goes in like that. Put the fucking options button back in. Now this whole assembly comes back, and the nice thing about it is that it can just all go in at once. This is why this is so much easier than doing a repair for a Joy-Con especially. So yep, front button presses, so we're all good. And god damn it, I forgot about that damn ribbon. There we go. Also, thank you, Sony, for making sure that we can use one screw head for the entire thing. It makes it so much easier on me. Dog. Go in. There you go. So those are all seated. Now we put this piece in. So you have one more thing to plug in, that being this little microphone, this piece of work. This way. It's pushed into place, and now it's time for the fresh spec show. So once again, it just goes on. Yep, buttons feel less mushy now because of the back piece. There's no text on the back, which, eh. Pushing in new threads, so it's tight. He's got little guides for them to go into. You just push them back down. Yep, this way. There we go. It's already got shit on it. Yeah, this is a Gen 3. Buttons feel a lot clickier. I prefer the feel of the buttons on this controller at least. But this is more of a backup controller to me, because you know it's the lady friends. So put the front piece on. Go on. And boom, just like that, it's all done. Did not take me a long time because I have done this already before, but let's test it out. Left side isn't working. Okay. We'll have to open it back up real quick. Oh no. I broke the ribbon cable. It's okay. There's a reason I have spare parts. Being a hoarder of broken shit pays off, I'll tell you what. This is the controller that came with my dad's PS4, and I have robbed it for a couple parts already, so it will feel no mercy. This is a Gen 1. Might be a Gen 2. But you can see how much wear has been done on this. So, yeah. Yeah, you can see there where it tore. That sucks, but, you know, it's okay. We have a spare. Aha! It did. YouTube is on. Don't let that play. What should I do to test it? We'll do Helldivers too. There we go. Feel-wise, it feels fine. Like, it doesn't have the PlayStation buttons on it, obviously, because copyright reasons. But even still, it feels grippy still. Like, it almost feels more grippy than this, because this is a softer... I can't say it's smoother. I mean, this is softer feeling, but this is just smoother, and if fake grease gets on it, it gets slippery. This is tacky. This feels good. So let's see here. That stick works. This stick works. This works too. I don't know if you can hear it. Probably not. You can see it move too. No, Jesus. Fuck off. It's a lot quieter. All the buttons work. That works. That works. I know those work. Everything works, and my ability to hoard dead controllers is a savior this time. But that is all for this one. I do like the color scheme of this. The blue with the pink accent and the white buttons does look pretty good. It's a good looking controller and I like it. Anyways, if you want to see me swap the Joy-Cons, you can watch this video here. And if you want to see me swap the Switch Lite shell, then you can watch that here. So pick your poison, I guess. See you in the next video.